Hello guys, my name is Jamie and welcome to your first ever Java tutorial. In this tutorial I'm basically going to go over what you need to start coding in Java and also create a hello world program, but we're going to do it command line rather than using a development environment. In the rest of my tutorials I will be using an IDE called NetBeans, but you can feel free to use Eclipse or Notepad++ or simply Notepad, whatever you want to use. Although I do advise in my later tutorials that you use an IDE such as Eclipse or NetBeans. Basically, for those of you who that sounds gibberish to, all you are going to need for this tutorial is Notepad and something called the JDK, which is the Java Development Kit. So if you don't know what that is, or you don't already have it, or you don't think you have it, just go into Google or whatever search engine you use and type in JDK download. Basically, the Java Development Kit is what allows you to pretty much code in Java. Now, you'll see two downloads here if you come to the same page as me. One is the JDK with NetBeans, and the other is just the regular JDK. It doesn't matter which one you do for now, or it shouldn't matter which one you do for now. Since I'm going to be NetBeans, I do recommend using this one. But if you want to download it independently or solo, then that's fine as well. So you click on that, and then it should come up with a list of operating systems. So yeah, from here you basically accept the license agreement and select which operating system you're running, and then hit the download from there. Well, wherever downloads you want from there. Yeah, basically you'll be able to work it out. You should be able to work it out. But I've already got it, so I don't need it. So once you've got the JDK, you can almost start coding in Java. What we need to do is we need to actually set up something called environment variables. This is probably just for the first tutorial, as things like an IDE will or should do it automatically within the environment. But basically, the way I'm going to show you the first one, you'll need to find the JDK that you just downloaded. So once I go into wrong one, if I go into here and I look for the Java folder, yours will be in pretty much the same location. I've got several here, but I'm going to go for the later one. I'm not sure why I've got another one in here. Excuse me while I die. And once you've found this, locate the JDK. You basically want to double click it, go into the bin, and basically copy that. So all you're doing is copying the location of the JDK bin folder. Now, I'm hoping you can get to this stage. Literally, all it is downloading and installing the JDK and having it on your computer ready to use. And now what you want to do is right-click computer and go Properties. No wait, yeah you do. And you want to go Advanced System Settings, and you'll come up with this. Oh, well, you might end up on that, but you want to go to Advanced. In fact, it should automatically take you to the Advanced tab, actually. You'll see all these settings here, but what you want to go to is Environment Variables, right? And this is basically all you're going to do is tell the command line the location of the JDK to use when you're going to compile the Java files. So you'll see I've already got this up here. You possibly will have them too. I don't know what it fiddles around with in the past, so I don't know what you'll end up with in here. But you'll see one I've created here called path. What you want to do is go new, type in path, and the path must be in capitals. I've had it not working when it's been in lowercase or when it's been in like some weird case like that, and it doesn't work. It's literally got to be capitals. And from there you just post in the variable value as the location of the Java bin. And then go OK. I've already got mine, so don't need to do it again. And that will allow you to actually use the Java compiler in the command line. This is literally only for this tutorial, or if you want to do it in my later tutorials as well, like you don't want to use an IDE, that's fine. As long as you have that, it should work. And now after all that set up, we can finally get coding some Java. So to start your class in Java, like the files are called classes, so you want to go public class, and we're just going to do hello world. I know, right? Hello world. Well, don't be watching this if you're an advanced programmer. I don't know why you would want to know this. But yeah, public class hello world, And then since we're going to be running this class, we need to have a main method, which is done by public static void main string args. Basically, I'll go through this. This is saying you're creating a class called hello world, opening bracket and closing brackets. All your program code will be encapsulated within that and that. That's basically that open bracket, that's that close bracket, that's that open bracket, that's that close bracket. And all your main method code, like the code which you're going to run, will be inside the main method. This is kind of not important, I'm not really going to explain it, but basically if you don't have the main method, you can't run your class. It doesn't have a starting point, it doesn't have an entry point to which you can use. And when we go into object classes and object methods and stuff, you'll see what I mean, because you can not have that, but if you're going to run it, then you will need that. So all we're going to do is output on the screen hello world. There. So all this is doing is saying, okay system, I want you to output or print on a new line. The ln bit is literally for line. There's like different ones, like I could just have print, or I could have printf, which is print format, which is slightly different, but we're going to stick with print line. Now it's a string that we're printing, like hello world is a set of words basically, so we're going to need quotation marks and then the text that we want to output and then close quotation marks. Now at the end of a sort of instruction, I would say, since that's kind of what this is, you would have a semicolon, and that's basically just saying that's the end of that line, like nothing comes after this. Or, well, yeah, that's the end of this command, you know, that's basically what it's saying. Trying not to go into too much complications here, but still. So that's all it's going to do. That is literally just going to output on the screen hello world. So we're going to save it, and this is kind of important as well. Whatever you called your class up here, or if you already had the file called hello world, you must make sure the file name and the class name are the same. So in this case, hello world has to be exactly the same. Like if I did that in uppercase, which you generally wouldn't do, that would have to be in uppercase as well. And make sure you go all files and go .java and then save it. So now we should have our Java program, well, our Java class, which is here again, and what you want to do is start the command line. So just go start cmd if you don't know what I did there. Now I know my class is on the desktop, so I'm just going to go cd desktop, and all cd is change directory, so it's just changing my directory to my desktop, because if I'm not in the desktop it won't be able to find the file. Now what I want to do is javac, which is java compile, the name of the class that I just created, which is hello world.java, and that should run fine. Yep. If you don't get anything in between this, it means it's compiled fine. And I'll just show you on the desktop it should have created a new file, and this is now a class file. And a class file is basically a compiled Java file. And the class file is what you run. So basically, if I now go Java hello world and hit enter, hello world is output on the screen. And that's what we told it to do, so that's fine. And I'll just prove to you that that's not me doing any sort of weird trickery. I will change this to from hello world to I love pizza, and then I will go back to the command line, load it up, and this is important as well. Actually, yeah, basically I'll need to delete that file, I think. I can't remember, I haven't actually done that before, but, well, I have, but not in a while. But I think you'll need to recompile it after that, because you've basically changed what it's doing, you changed what it's saying, so you'll need to recompile after it's done. So do javac hello world.java, hit enter. Oh, what's that telling me? Oh, right. Change directory to desktop. And java hello world.java. And it's created the file again, as you see popped up here. And now we want to go Java hello world, and now this should put out I love pizza, and there we go, I love pizza. So I'm going over too much complicated things in this tutorial. It was literally just a hello world program to get you started, get the JDK set up. If you got with NetBeans, then that's set up. Customized tutorials from now on will be done in an IDE as opposed to in Notepad, because, well, if I make a mistake in here, it's going to be god awful to find it. And yeah, there's just many more advantages to using an IDE than this. But as I say, it's your choice how you do it. Be my guest to do it like this, and you should be set up. If there's any problems, just post a comment and I will try my best to get back to you. Other than that, I will catch you later.